Hello, and welcome to the Marvelously Morbid Podcast. I'm Sylvia.
And I'm Matissa.
And I'm going to try not to pound the table like that anymore, because I just did. I Judge Judy'd this table.
Welcome back,
boom, boom,
Sylvia.
Boom. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back, Matissa. We had some interesting life things going on for a while there. First of all, we couldn't figure out why this was not saving our podcast episodes, but I think we've got it figured out now. We neither of us know anything about technology, so we're just trying to wing it and learn as we go. And I think we're doing an okay job. Matissa's earring is currently caught in her.
Everything's just, I have too much metal. I'm just going to take all my earrings out.
She's more machine than woman at this point.
Stabbing me.
She's like Darth Vader.
Is that one? Okay, I'm good. Let's put that there.
All right. She's got all of her jewelry off.
I'm back.
She's wearing the best cat shirt I've ever seen.
We should put a picture of it.
We will. I'm going to take one right now.
Oh, it's covered in dog hair. It's a cat shirt that's
covered in dog hair.
I really did take the lint roller to myself,
But sometimes the lint roller only can do so much.
And Margot's just shedding like crazy right
I'm going to take a picture of the shirt. We'll share that on our Instagram. It's amazing. It can't even be said how much I love this shirt. But yeah, we've taken a little week-long hiatus.
Was it a week or two? I thought it was 2 weeks.
Maybe it was 2.
I really don't know.
I have no concept of time right now. Just going to make sure this is still recording. It is. But yeah, we took a couple weeks off. Either 1 or 2 weeks off. We can't remember.
We don't know.
And now we're back. And I, during that time, quit my job. And so now I'm a full-time podcaster and Instagrammer. And so is Matissa. So what we're saying is we're super dedicated to this podcast now. And, I hope everyone enjoyed our episode of the Halloween podcast. We had such a good time doing it. It went up last Wednesday. We've linked it on our wall, but it was a really good episode. We talked about Matissa's hypnagogic hallucinations again. And, we hope, let us know, write us on Facebook and let us know if you liked that episode or what you thought about it, because we really want to try to do more work on other people's podcasts, guests, and have some more guests on here, and so that's what we want to do. But so we're recording this episode on a Monday. We're in Kentucky, and it's a teacher's march today across the Capitol, so that's really exciting.
Yeah.
Lots of interesting things happening in this state right now. I know my granny's at the Capitol, which I think is so sweet. I love it. We're really seeing an uprising in Kentucky lately, and I don't know. I like the direction we're going. That's as political as I'm going to get on here. We want to keep you listening. We don't want you to run off thinking that we're, I don't know, Satanists.
We are.
I mean, we are. What you don't see is I have a Satan shrine right behind Matissa. That won't show on the Instagram picture.
Crop it out of that picture.
We're going to crop it out. So what's been going on in your life? On your life, this has been going on.
Well, nothing really.
No.
I just feel it's been raining for like 3 months now. That's all I can think about.
Yeah. I got the cops called on me the other day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We talk about this. We've talked about it several times, our mental health issues and our depression, but got the cops called on me last week because someone was afraid I was a danger to myself. But I was not a danger to myself. Or anyone else. I'm the most peaceful person. But the cop showed up basically and an ambulance and a fire truck and like 10 people. And the cop said, well, you can either come with me or go with them. But if you come with me, you're going to be in handcuffs. And I freaked out. And Matissa saved my life.
I did.
She did. She was so cool, calm, and collected. And she just basically told him that, no, I'm not a dating. What did you say? It was
I don't even
so
know,
straightforward.
because
too.
I wanted to be completely flat and
Yeah,
no emotion and like, listen, buddy.
Yeah. You don't realize who you're dealing with.
If she was
buddy.
suicidal, we wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah, we would be at the
Okay.
hospital. Okay. Yeah. So that was interesting. Yeah, but no, they wound up being really, really nice. But there were 10 men standing around my front porch, so
That was terrifying.
Terrifying. Yeah, it was super scary. But yeah, no, nothing. I can't think of anything good that's happened really in the time that we've been away.
No, because we both of our mental illnesses
Flared up
bad.
They flared up on us.
And I'm back on medicine.
Oh,
On
yeah.
day 2, I started taking Lexapro again.
Yeah, Matissa's on day 2 of Lexapro. Hopefully, and you have another ear infection.
I do. The last time I was on it, 2 months ago, I stopped about 2 weeks in because the dizziness I'd experienced was unlike anything I'd felt before. And I was nauseous, even throwing up. And the psychiatrist was like, no, that's not normal. It should have already passed. It's been 2 weeks, so we're just going to take you off of this. Mm-hmm. And then I didn't get on anything else. But,
and then we found out that...
I went to the doctor. I had an ear infection. I have an ear infection again. So.
Yeah, so both of the times she started Lexapro in the last couple months, she's at the same time coincidentally gotten an ear infection, so...
Yes, I don't care what happens. I'm not going to stop taking it this time.
No, I refuse.
Because I want to feel normal.
I want to feel normal, too. I got a med increase, and you got on meds, so... We're on the road to normal, whatever normal is.
Are we, though?
I don't know.
How many years is it going to happen?
I kind of feel like I'm lying in a ditch beside the road to normal. And I just can't get up.
I can't either.
I'm trying, but it's just not happening.
So
yeah, but we're back. We're back at it.
Mm-hmm.
We have a Patreon. If you don't know, I have had several people ask me what Patreon is. And I guess I'm bad at explaining. I'm learning about this stuff, guys. Give me a break. Give me a break. Just kidding. But Patreon is a website where a lot of online creators can sign up and start a profile, and you can donate money to those creators. Whether it be like YouTube's stars, I don't know, YouTubers or Instagrammers, podcasters, they sign up on this website called Patreon, and then people can donate money. You can donate as little, I think you can donate as little as 50 cents a month, but definitely $1 a month you could donate to us, and if say 500 people donated $1, then that'd be $500 a month. We could get updated equipment so we wouldn't keep losing the episodes we record.
Because we're probably going to lose this one.
We hope we don't lose this one. We've lost the last 2, so that was what started the hiatus.
The beginning of the end. No,
that was the beginning of the end. But yeah, you can go on it's www.patreon.com/marvelouslymorbid, I believe. I'll link it on Facebook. Again, don't feel obligated. Please. We don't want anyone to feel obligated to give us money. But if you wanted to donate, that would be amazing. Mm-hmm. And I go on this spiel every time, but if you don't want to donate, then you can support us in other ways. You can like this podcast, you can subscribe, share it on Facebook or Twitter or whatever social media you're on. Grindr, just kidding.
Just put this link in your Grindr profile.
Yeah,
I thought about just creating online dating profiles. I'm not dating, but I figured I could just create that, and only thing in my bio, just put a link to our podcast.
Yeah, please listen, and that's it.
They would see my picture, open up and be like, what's this? I couldn't say please listen, just leave a link.
Just leave a link.
They're going to be intrigued to be like, what is this?
Yeah, they're going to be
nudie pics?
What's happening here? Nudie pics.
What's this? I'm going to check it out. And then they would be forced to listen to me. And
yeah, so you can do that if you're just looking to dip your toes into the world that is Tinder. Or Bumble? That's Bumble. How far removed I am. Hinge. I don't even know. Oh, Hinge, Bumble. Yeah,
I don't know.
Just share us
whatever.
on there. Just sign up and just just share our podcast. You can follow us on Twitter. You can follow us on Facebook. It's facebook.com/marvelouslymorbid. We have an Instagram called Marvelously Morbid. It's just instagram.com/marvelously morbid. So follow us on all of those. Do whatever you want. Support us. We're here. We're going to be here. We're not going anywhere ever again. You're never going to get rid of us. So have fun with that.
Yeah.
And today, the lovely Matissa is going to be telling us about something horrible. A horrible event / person.
It's not that. I don't feel like I've got. I don't know. We'll see. It's about the death of Grigory Rasputin, the Mad Monk. You probably know him by the Mad Monk.
Well, yeah.
And see, I'm sure everyone's heard about him and all kinds of crazy legends and
tales and yeah. I've heard of him.
Mm-hmm.
But I took a Russian history class, but I would not say that I'm a Russian
so did
history.
I love Russian. No, it's Russian politics, but I love Russian history. So I was trying to I just wanted to focus on his death, but then I started. I had to give a little bit of.
Well, yeah, you have to give a little bit
some backstory.
Yeah, I think most people have at least heard the name Rasputin, even if they don't know anything about him. But yeah, go on. Just checking.
Okay.
I'm checking the red light.
Me too.
Making sure we've got the red light special on.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he was a Russian mystic and holy man, and was well known.
Good holy man.
Mm-hmm. Was well known for his friendship with the Romanovs.
Oh,
the last.
The Romanovs, yeah.
Lord have mercy, royal family.
Yeah,
before the Russian Revolution.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's another morbid story.
Oh yeah, no, I could touch on that. I just love Russian Revolution.
Yeah, leave us a message if you want to.
I'm going to do it anyway.
To do an episode about the Romanovs. And yeah, even if you don't leave a message, she's going to do it anyway. Because we can't follow what we say.
No, this is not a history. No one wants to listen to me get on here and give a history lecture. I'm supposed to be talking about morbid stuff.
Well, you know, history is morbid.
It is. Let's get real. Okay.
Let's get real.
Rasputin was born a peasant in a small village in Siberia in 1869, and not much is known about his early life. In 1886, he met his future wife. Please excuse my pronunciation of all of these people's names.
Okay.
I just like to give, I don't know, I always feel bad for it.
Well,
to give you. Okay.
We're from Eastern Kentucky. We do our best.
I'm trying my best. Praskovia Dubrovina. They married in 1887. They had 7 children, but only 3 survived to adulthood.
Oh, God.
Which I guess was the norm.
Back I think then. That was the norm, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And in 1897, he developed an interest in religion and left home to go on a pilgrimage. Oh. His reasons for doing so were unclear.
He just wanted to get away.
And
he was overwhelmed.
He was wanting to get away from his family. I'm going to use that excuse if I ever feel just really
Let's do it. Let's just
overwhelmed,
get away.
Which is most of the time.
I think we should take a road trip anyway, but we'll talk about that later.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking about taking off Friday or Saturday, but we'll talk about that later. For real, though.
We'll talk about
that. His visit to the St. Nicholas Monastery was transformative, and he returned home a changed man. He became a vegetarian, didn't drink alcohol, and prayed and sang much more than he used to. Okay, good. Mm-hmm. He was a prayer and a singer. Yeah. And he spent the following years living as a holy wanderer, leaving Pokrovsk, I can't say it, his home. He left his home. That's good enough. For months and years at a time to wander the country and visit holy sites. Okay. Mm-hmm. Visiting holy sites. Yeah. Can we say that's what we are, holy wanderers? Yeah, I think I'm going to put that as my occupation now, since I don't have one. Yes, you do. Podcast host. Holy wanderer. You can be wanderer with an A, and I'll be wanderer just with an O. You can wander off, and I'll wonder in my mind what's going on. Demonologist. Okay. So word of his charisma spread in Siberia during the early 1900s. And between 1902 and 1904, he traveled to Kazan, where he gained the reputation as a wise and perceptive holy man. Yes. He's legit. He's too legit to quit. Mm-hmm.
Too legit.
And he would help people resolve spiritual crises and anxieties.
Okay, sounds like maybe I need a little Rasputin.
I know. Call him up. Hit
Call-
him up.
Hit him up.
Call some old friends. But no. Despite rumors that he was having sex with female followers, he won over several higher-up church officials and became increasingly popular within religious circles. And that's the most of the rumors I've heard about him.
Yeah.
Were that he was this sex-crazy maniac,
Ladies'
sleeping with everyone,
man.
who, was having an affair with the Tsarina, which they were very close friends, but there's always hear about them sleeping together, and that he had a huge wiener. I mean,
I'm sure that was probably just a rumor. I don't know. You never know.
How do you know, Sylvia?
Who started it? Did he start the rumor? Because if so, I'm calling it a lie now.
I guess you can start, like Michael Scott.
Yeah.
You start rumors about yourself.
Exactly. I'm going to start a rumor that I have the world's highest IQ.
Yeah. See what happens. He first met Tsar Nicholas in November 1905, and much of Rasputin's influence with the royal family stemmed from the belief that he had eased the pain and stopped the bleeding of Alexei, that's their son, who suffered from hemophilia.
Oh.
And he had stopped it on several occasions. But a lot of this is thought to be he didn't believe in using medicine, and he told them to not take aspirin like the doctors had told him, which would make sense. They didn't know then that it,
it thins your blood.
Thins your blood.
Yeah.
So, of course, that's going to
What a
help
happy
with your bleeding.
coincidence. Yeah.
Right, good for him.
Almost like your leg's a prone ear infection. It's just a happy little crazy random happenstance.
Wouldn't call it happy, but okay.
No.
He soon became a controversial figure, becoming involved in a paradigm of political struggle involving monarchists, anti-monarchists, revolutionaries, and other political interests. And if you don't know much about Russian history during this time, it was very tumultuous.
Yeah, it was not a fun
They'd been at war with Japan.
place.
There have been several attempts at a revolution, I think in I'm not even going to give the years because I'm probably going to be wrong. And then World War I began in 1914, and then the Russian Revolution in 1917. So, bad times.
Shit was happening.
It sure was. And he was accused by many of various misdeeds, ranging from an unrestricted sexual life and to undue political domination, not dominion, over the royal family.
Oh, yeah. Well, everyone wants to dominate a good royal family in their lifetime, so. Goals.
And he kind of did. He claimed that he had a revelation that the Russian armies would not be successful until Tsar Nicholas personally took command. So he did. He's very ill-prepared. He's very ill-prepared
Kinda
for
like
the
me.
monarchy, too. Like, it was just...
I'm also ill-prepared.
For life. He
life.
was ill-prepared for life in general.
Yeah.
Poor guy, it just wasn't a good time for him.
He just couldn't get his shit together.
He couldn't. But he was royalty. You can't really... I can't feel sorry for him.
No.
I'm sorry, I can't. So.
No. He can cry all the way to his Spanish marble bathroom or whatever royalty has. I don't know. I don't know about that shit. I'm not rich enough.
I'll never know.
No.
Yeah, so he did take personal command of the Russian army, and it didn't end well for him or Russia. And if you want to hear more about that, let us know.
Oh, yeah. Matissa
I'm
loves
joking.
Russia.
That sounds bad. I'm not
No,
Donald
she's
Trump.
not Donald Trump.
I don't...
No. She loves Russian history.
Thanks, Sylvia. Thanks for clearing that up.
Yes, no, I would never.
Now the FBI is going to be monitoring us. Look what you've done.
But they're going to be like, hey, our great fearless leader also loves Russia. We're going to give you a medal, Matissa. Good job.
I did it.
You did it.
While Nicholas was away at war, Rasputin's influence over Tsarina Alexandra increased, and he became a close confidant and a personal advisor, and even convinced her to fill some political positions with people of his choosing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just...
Yeah. He was cohabitating with upper-class women in exchange for granting political favors. And just cohabitating, I mean, he was living with them, but...
I mean, he was just asking. He was asking for it at this point.
And Russia's economy was declining at a rapid rate because of the war and effects of feudalism and government bureaucracy. And Alexander and Rasputin took a lot of the blame. His influence over the royal family was used against him and the Romanovs by people who wanted to weaken the integrity of the dynasty. They wanted to force the Tsar to give up his power and to separate Russian Orthodox Church from the state. The first attempt on his life was on July 12th, 1914. A peasant woman stabbed him in the stomach, tried to disembowel him, stuff fell out outside of his home.
Oh my God, stuff fell out outside of his body.
outside of his home. Yeah, she got him good. So he was seriously wounded, and it didn't look like he was going to survive.
Yeah.
But he did.
He'll be sorry about that later.
And then a couple of years later, a group of nobles, having decided that his influence over the Tsarina made him a threat to the empire, they made a plan to kill him in December 1916. And they did succeed this time.
Okay, this time they finished what they...
Yeah, it took a while.
Yeah, took a while. He probably just wished he would have died the first time.
Right. And they lured him into one of the conspirators, Prince Felix Yusupov, into his palace, the Moika Palace, I guess that's how you pronounce it. And there are lots of different takes on what actually happened. I'm sure you've heard that he did drown eventually, but but I read that he didn't. There was no water found in his lungs. That he did die from gunshot wounds. People were saying that they mutilated him, cut his dick off. That's a common story.
Why am I laughing at that?
You're like,
they cut his dick off. How cute!
So cute. Lots of. But according to Yusupov, that's the prince's house where he was murdered. According to him, he invited him to his home shortly after midnight and took him to the basement. They offered him tea and cakes.
Oh, that's nice.
That is sweet. You think, oh.
Yeah, I always offer everyone I lure to my basement tea and cakes.
I always assume I'm going to be poisoned.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You always think I'm going to poison you. And I haven't done it yet.
I'm not joking. We're not joking.
We're kidding. I'm not going to poison anyone. No one call the police.
Oh, yeah, you are. We both had run-ins. I had a run-in. Whatever. We're not going to go there.
No. She got arrested. I'm just kidding. She did not. She didn't get arrested.
I'm an angel.
Yeah. She's got a clean record.
I really do.
Yeah.
Shockingly. But the cakes and tea had been laced with cyanide.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And at first he said no to the cakes. But then he began to eat them. And to everyone's surprise, he was not affected by the poison. Wouldn't that be surprising? I would be terrified. Well, this guy's a zombie.
Well, this guy's a... Yeah. I was thinking of God, but a zombie. Whatever.
And then Rasputin asked for some wine, which had also been poisoned. He drank 3 glasses, still no signs of being poisoned. Nothing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So this is this is a little after midnight. And then at 2:30, Yusupov excused himself to go upstairs to go get a gun because clearly he wasn't going to die from the cyanide. Yeah,
clearly the women's way of killing, which would be poisoning, was not going to work on this fucker.
So he got a revolver, went back downstairs, and shot him in the chest. So he thought he was dead. So he went back upstairs, got the other conspirators, drove to Rasputin's apartment, put his coat and hat on the other guy to make it appear that he was returning to his apartment. In case someone saw, they thought Rasputin was going back home.
Oh, okay.
He returned home for the night. Did that. Went back to the palace. He went in the basement to, check on the body. And suddenly Rasputin leapt up and attacked him and started strangling him.
What?
Surprise!
Surprise! I'm alive, bitch! I'm gonna strangle your ass. Wow. Can you imagine if you thought someone was dead?
But here, shooting them one time, I would never, I'm not going to murder. I'm really not going to ever murder anyone.
But if
I would make sure they were dead, I would shoot them more than once.
I would shoot them multiple, double tap.
Yes. Kill shot. Keep just.
Yeah. That's just common sense. If you're going to murder someone.
Make sure they're dead.
Yeah. Don't leave them to strangle you later. How dumb are you?
But he finally got away from him, ran upstairs, and Rasputin, was behind him. He made it into the courtyard before he was shot by another conspirator and collapsed into a snowbank. They then wrapped his body in cloth, drove it to the Petrovsky Bridge, and dropped it into the river.
Okay.
So news of his murder was spreading before news broke, or his body was found. And 2 workmen noticed blood on the railing of the bridge, and a boot was found on the ice below the river. So they started looking for his body, and it was found under the river ice, approximately 200 meters downstream from the bridge.
So they finally killed him.
Yes. His body showed signs of severe trauma, including 3 gunshot wounds, one of which had been sustained at close range, and to the forehead. Slice wounds to his left side, many other injuries, and many of which had been sustained post-mortem.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that makes me, I don't really care what happened to Rasputin, but, morally, I don't get too far removed from me. Mm-hmm. But at least, ugh.
Let's see. Yeah, and according to Douglas Smith and Joseph Furman, no water was found in his lungs.
Oh, so
he wasn't thrown into the water alive,
like some people say. Because I heard. Over time you hear a lot of crazy stuff.
And then here it mentions, later accounts claim that his penis had been severed, but
post-mortem, I hope.
It wasn't. His genitals were intact.
His genitals were intact. But man, when his body came out of that water, it was crazy looking.
Do you want to see?
Yeah, I do want to see.
Let's find it.
We can't really post a picture of that on our social media. We're not going to post a crazy frozen body.
We're not. No.
No, but look it up because it'll look like a hot mess.
Yeah.
A cold mess.
A cold. You're cracking yourself up.
I'm cracking.
You're covering your mouth.
I know. I'm sorry. I just internally cackled at my own joke.
Yeah.
Wow. And then that's how he died.
Mm-hmm.
What a nice, uplifting story.
Yeah.
It's a story of perseverance.
It was a story of rising up, he was a peasant and made it to the top and was
got
running
shot,
the empire.
Rose up after that, too.
Right, survived, tried to be disemboweled.
What a hard-ass man to kill.
Exactly.
But they managed. Somehow they managed.
But somehow.
Wow.
How many more office quotes can we fit?
We're just going to put in an office quote in between every sentence we say. Mm-hmm. But that was great. I really enjoyed hearing that. Oh, and if you guys don't know, the way that we do this is Matissa will research something that I know nothing about. And then I will research something that she knows nothing about. Mm-hmm. So when you hear her telling this story, this is also the first time I've heard this story. And vice versa.
Aren't we brilliant?
Aren't we brilliant? What a great idea. But yeah, I guess that's it for today. And if you want to know more about Rasputin, just, I don't know, Google. I'm not sure.
You really should. It's a very interesting story.
It is a very interesting story.
Look it
up. We will post a picture of him.
Not his
We'll post a picture of his live body.
Yes.
On our Instagram. And then we'll cross-post it to Facebook because that's how we do. And, just go check us out. And hope you're having a great week. Hope you've been good in our absence. I know you've probably cried daily.
So have we.
But, so have we. So you're not alone. You're in good company. And we'll try to do better next time.
We will.
Bye, guys.
Bye.